Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Brothers Honey Home Brewery, where we are going to get angry and punch things. So, normal stream.
I was gonna say, I feel like I had something, and then I lost it. I don't know, I was like halfway between like smelling what The Rock is cooking and Hasta La Vista Baby, I think. And then I got very confused. But punching things like a angry boy in Dungeons and Dragons. Yes.
Hasta La Cooking, Rocky.
God damn it! That was pretty good, actually.
To be fair, you set me up and gave me like a couple of seconds to think about it, so...
I'm glad.
Yes! Today, for technical reasons along the lines of Chris isn't going to be around next week, we're not going to be starting Blades in the Dark back up this week or next week, but the week after we should be good. So we thought rather than mix things up and like screw up everybody's continuity or whatever, we'd just do a little homebrew thing, nice and easy, ease back into it because, man, it's the start of 2026 and I am already so tired.
Yeah.
So we are going to remedy that with some rage! Because there, I think, has been a gap in D&D for quite a long time. Because we can all agree that there is no finer form of combat than the noble art of decking each other in the face. Monks get all their finesse and their martial arts and their cool kung fu moves. Fighters even get like a brawling fighting style, so do the noble art of fisticuffs. But where is the representation for the drunken fucking lunatic who just punches people in a bar? Where?
It is essential.
Why do barbarians get no unarmed support? Unless they decide to turn into a lizard man.
Yeah, I was going to say yes, unless, because it's, the
Path of the Beast.
Totem of the Beast. So this is, I'm also going to just say that I have just realized, since we started streaming, that all of my D&D books are still on my laptop, and I haven't ported them over to my PC, which is what I'm using now.
Hey, Aether.
I am smart. Yo, Aether!
How do you do?
Welcome to, as always, great levels of preparation.
Yep.
As we make a barbarian that punches things.
We're gonna make a barbarian that punches things.
Although I will go and grab my laptop in 2 seconds and like subtly upload or like transfer everything over to my PC while we go.
I was gonna say if you do that.
I wanted to ask a question about this.
Okay.
You know, in my subtle as a brick, which I think is appropriate for what we're making.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of barbarian who punches people, like, do we think it's more of a Hulk smash, the angrier I get, the harder I punch? Or is it more of like a I don't know, like angry wrestler, you know, like doing things with grappling and dropping people on things because you are just the biggest and the strongest?
I think the wrestling idea has far too much finesse. I think that would fit a fighter a lot better than it would a barbarian. So I'm thinking a lot more full-on brutality, nothing but frenzied strength and rage behind the strikes. Like there is
the best.
This is not an
Berserker
art.
Barbarian.
Huh?
The best version of the Berserker. We're basically just gonna fix the Berserker Barbarian.
We're gonna fix the Berserker by taking the weapons off them. No.
Exactly. But like the whole problem was that you had an axe. Drop the axe. Just punch.
You didn't need an axe. You just needed these guns. I do like you mentioning the Hulk though, because maybe doing something where you get hit and therefore you do more damage would be very cool and would very much play into the barbarian, like, in the thick of things. Because if you are a barbarian,
absolutely.
you want to be as close into the pack of your enemies as possible. You want them to be able to smell the rage of your pits, okay? You want them to shit themselves running away from you, okay? Like, barbarians are meant to be unstoppable supernatural forces of physical destruction.
Absolutely. All right. Well, then I have some thoughts. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Barbarians are fairly simple to build for. They only get 4 abilities, 3, 6, 10th, and 14th. Some of them get like little extra things at 3rd level, like I think 1 or 2 of them get a couple of like spells they can do as cantrips or rituals or something. But it's usually not much. Like barbarians don't get a lot in the way of skill proficiencies or like extra shit, to be honest. Like
I feel like a lot
shit.
of what barbarians get is just like being a barbarian. Like the subclass is occasionally a little bit secondary to just being a barbarian.
Yeah, and I will say barbarians are the class I would recommend that any new player start with if they are going to play a martial class, because barbarians are, one, very hard to kill, so you don't end up with that problem of accidentally. It's very actually hard to accidentally kill a barbarian. So that means that new players don't get that instant PC death. And also, they're extremely simple to understand.
Yes. There's not lots of things to balance. And realistically, most of the subclasses, again, are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Essentially, you get to go into a special state where you take less damage and do more damage, and otherwise you just generally do damage and hit things.
Yeah. Like your only tactic is charge.
Concerned about how you hit things.
Headlong into things.
Yes.
So, as always with our homebrew, we are going to be doing this compatible with both, attempting to make this compatible with both 2024 and 2014 rules, which, to be honest, shouldn't be that hard, because the Barbarian...
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
The Barbarian hasn't changed that much.
I mean, yeah, I got the impression that they hadn't done, unlike with like the Paladin and the Ranger and the Monk, like they didn't do any big changes in 2024.
Basically, they got rid of brutal critical and replaced it with something a bit more interesting, which I like, because brutal critical is kind of a shit feature.
It's fine.
It's really not, though.
Again, having just praised the simplicity of the Barbarian, it's simple.
It's simple.
And when it pays off nicely.
It does, but my argument would be that at an average table, it might be so long between it paying off that you forget to actually use it.
I mean, that's possible.
It takes so long because it only triggers on a crit, and no barbarian gets anything that increases their crit range.
That's not true.
That is true.
The Berserker does.
The Berserker doesn't get something to increase its crit range.
Yeah.
No. Does it?
Berserker gets crits on a 19 and a 20, and then later it gets crits on an 18, 19, and 20.
No, it doesn't. That's the champion fighter.
Grab Path of the Berserker.
Path of the Berserker. Yeah, the Berserker gets an extra attack on their bonus action. That's what the Berserker gets. You're thinking of the champion fighter.
That's crazy. I was certain that Berserker got...
Nope.
Crits on a 19.
None of them do.
Just... Only fighters that get that?
It's just fighters and only, like, specific... I think, like, fighters and hexblades get it. There's a couple of, like, magical things where you can mark someone and increase the crit range, but... Barbarians don't get access to fucking any of that.
I was certain that was the one good thing about the Berserker, but it wasn't good enough to...
No, the OG Berserker is
balance
shit.
Out the other shit.
The OG Berserker is really not great.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. But
the new one's alright.
Because I made a Berserker Barbarian, I think, at one point. And I'm sure that was the conversation. You know what? Never mind. My memory has once again failed me, everybody.
Yeah.
This is once again a reason to remember that with age does not come wisdom. With age comes forgetfulness
And exhaustion.
and embarrassing yourself on the internet.
Yeah. No, the new Berserker, it doesn't get the extra attack on the bonus action, but it does mean when you do reckless attack, you do extra damage with it, which is that's not bad.
That makes more sense, I feel like, for
then
the Berserker.
And then it swapped the 10th and 14th level abilities around.
Yeah. Although again, if we're talking about increasing your crit range, actually reckless attack by default makes you more likely to crit.
That is true. That
Because you're always
I
rolling
will
with advantage.
accept that without any argument. No, reckless attack is absolutely does that.
Yeah.
But instead, they replaced it with brutal strike, which is, hey, if you use reckless attack, you can trade in the advantage to do any one of a number of effects, including like cunting somebody 15 feet away from you, or reducing like their speed by 15 feet. Or later
That's
you get
kind
to
of cool.
yeah. Later, yeah, they gave it something more interesting, but still very simple because it's like what they did with the rogue, where they went, hey, you can sacrifice dice from your sneak attack to add extra effects, which I think is really fun because some rogues can have a little bit of a problem in combat. They don't have this problem out of combat, but in combat they can be a little repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonus action hide, sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But giving them more options and little fun things to do, I like that. That's a good piece of design. Apart from that, it seems that the Barbarian is pretty much untouched. Yeah, that and Weapon Mastery, and it's pretty much untouched. I don't even think they changed the levels around that much.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, that makes life simpler for
exactly.
us.
It means we still get everything at the right levels. 3rd, 6th, 10th, and 14th. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Well, I know what I want to do.
I mean, first things first, we've got to give them a damage dice for punching things.
That's a very good point. That is a very good point. So we need to give them a scaling damage dice for punching things. That does have to be our level 3 thing.
That has to be at least the first part of our level 3 thing.
Yeah. So, okay. So, what does the monk get?
The monk starts at a D4, but the unarmed fighting style for the fighter. No, monk starts as a D6 now, doesn't it? I was gonna say the unarmed fighting style starts at a D6 or a D8 if you have both hands empty. I'm assuming just like fucking pickaxe handle somebody. Yeah.
Sorry, I've just remembered that for some reason D&D the D&D 5e Wikidot the search function doesn't work, and I keep forgetting that the whole website, the fucking search function doesn't work, which is so stupid.
I'd forgotten that because, to be honest, I never used the search function.
Well, that's what I was doing just there, which was foolishness. So I'm not doing that anymore. But I'm just gonna go and grab.
Let's look at new monk. New monk. Martial arts die. Yeah, it starts as a D6. Starts at a D6 now. It was a D4 before, but it starts at a D6 now.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So I suppose then, do we want to call it? It becomes a D6, and it's a weapon you're proficient with.
I mean,
unarmed strike. Because then it's a D6 plus strength.
Yeah, D6 plus strength. That makes sense. Then maybe scale up at each thing. Do it a D8 at 6th, a D10 at 10th. Yeah.
Bear in mind again that you know, in the grand scheme of things, if you're scaling it against like weapons,
Yeah, a barbarian normally starts with something that's 2d6 or a d12.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's the normal thing. So we're gonna give it the unarmed strike.
This will give you an offhand attack, which and you've got rage damage.
I mean, you get that with weapons anyway.
This is true. So you get rage damage with weapons anyway, but the offhand attack is not so common if you're dual wielding a greatsword.
Yeah, I do want to do a dual wielding barbarian at some point because I think the idea of just like running up on somebody with a battle axe in each hand and going be fun.
I mean, I was looking at the options for a barbarian who uses a finesse weapon, because finesse can be either strength or dex.
Yeah, because you were looking at the rogue barian.
Yes, the rogue barian, which is a delightful concept.
Mm-hmm.
Given that rogues are always OP. We
can make them more OP.
Ridiculous. We could, in fact, make it more OP. We could make it more on fire. Right, okay. So we start at a d6. So your unarmed strikes become a 1d6. They are a weapon that you're proficient with. Presumably, you are automatically proficient with a punch on your offhand.
Yeah, what I've done is I've worded it similar to the monk thing, whereas in addition you can make a single attack as a bonus action with your unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really count as an offhand attack; it becomes its own thing. So that like bypasses all the stupid offhand rules.
Right, that works. That
dual wielding fists.
Sense. Okay. Yeah.
We need to give it something else though.
Yes, I have an idea for what I want to do for 6th level, but I don't want to do it just now. But my idea, essentially, off the back of the more you hit me, the stronger I get idea that you mentioned, was as a reaction being able to mitigate damage and add that damage to your next unarmed attack.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking of something else. Which, to be fair, might work better. That might work better. The idea I have might work better as a later feature, but I'm not sure how well it would actually function. Because the idea I had was, for every attack you are hit by before your turn, you add a d4 or a d6 to your first unarmed strike. But that that would get out of hand very quickly in mob situations.
Yeah, it becomes a stack thing. So you're stacking tokens essentially, and then burning them all on the next attack.
Yeah.
I feel like adding an element of survivability is good.
Okay, so
and barbarians don't have a lot of reactions, as I recall.
No, they don't have. I don't believe they have any inbuilt special reactions, at all.
Yeah.
Like the Berserker gets one. The Berserker gets one either 10th or 14th, depending which thing you're going at. Which is when somebody hits you, you can use a reaction to hit them. Which is, it's not a very good ability. It's not a very good ability for that level.
Stellar. Yeah.
To be honest, actually, we could stick that on this at level 3 and it would still be great.
What, the bonus action absorb damage and punch?
No. The when you get hit by something, you take a reaction and hit them back. Yeah.
Well, then, do you want to? Well, okay. Well, let's. Yeah. Well, if we make that the. I don't want to limit this.
I just like when you are hit, when a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with an attack, you can take a reaction to make a single unarmed strike against it.
Yeah, but I don't then want to do that and then do the level 6 ability. Once per turn where you hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to mitigate the damage and add that to your next punch.
Yeah, we don't want to stack reactions. Okay.
Yeah. unless you're going to do something that gives you access to more reactions, which seems...
No. That gets
maybe
stupid
not.
really fast.
Yeah. So let's not.
Okay.
Well then, what do we want the thing to be with this? If this is a hit us more, we get more angry. Do you want to give it maybe some more tankiness?
Yeah.
So maybe like a pool of temp hit points when you go into rage.
Oh, that's good, actually. You could do it as you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your level, because that'll scale fairly nice. So maybe twice your level, just to make it insane.
Yeah, equal to twice your. You
got to remember, at the start, you're halving
level.
pretty much all damage.
Yeah.
So,
but
those
also,
temporary
like,
hit points
at level
count as
3,
double
you're
anyway.
adding 6 health.
Yeah.
Yeah. At level 10, when things are hitting a lot harder, you're only adding an additional 20 health.
Well,
so
if we do
gives you
double,
a little bit of survivability.
if we do double, you're adding an extra 40 health. At level 20.
20th level.
At 20th level.
Yeah.
But also you're halving bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. But that doesn't matter so much.
But
at 20th.
also, that does not matter at 20th level. If you're hit by an 8th level fireball, it doesn't matter.
Okay. You gain a number. Oh, that means we can also build on this later and have something happen when you get through those temporary hit points.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
To twice your barbarian level.
Yes.
Stop people, just in case
You want
anyone wants
these
to
to
do a little dip into this.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have natural weapons. You get a bonus action attack, which is really good at level 3, and considering it's at level 5, that means you're now making 3 attacks.
Yeah.
And then you get extra tankiness. So that's a good starting thing. And also, it fits because you can't hit someone who's full of rage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it gives you more. It gives you more security for wading into shit.
Yeah.
Which I think is important.
Okay. Your 6th level thing.
So for that, I want to do someone hits you once per turn where you're hit with. Do we want to limit the type of attack, or do we want to make this like something that we can use against spellcasters as well, and just say once per turn when you take damage from an attack or an effect?
Let's limit it to an attack. Although, to be fair, being like standing in the middle of a fireball and then being able to like half that and smack someone else in the face for the other half of it coming out of it, that would be kind of awesome.
Well, do you want to maybe like make this for like weapon attacks, and then later we can be like, you can mitigate a spell and
That's a
punch
good
the
one.
wizard.
That's a good one.
All right.
I'm also going to
this was
increase the
once
die
per-
to a d8.
Yes. Once per turn, when you take a weapon attack, you can use your action to half the incoming damage and add the full damage onto your next unarmed strike.
Yeah, so what we've basically done is uncanny dodge, but offensive.
Yeah.
We maybe limit it in that case. Do it equal to your Constitution modifier or something.
I mean, insofar as you can only use one reaction a turn.
Yes.
And you're adding it to one of your punches. So, and we've specifically said a weapon attack. So, realistically, the most you're going to add to your punch is maybe 2d6 or a d12.
Half of.
And actually, do you want to just add half of the attack damage?
Well, you half the damage, and then however much that was, you then crack someone with.
Well, and if you're going to do it like that, so you're only like adding half of the incoming damage, i.e. you've halved it, and the half that you removed you add to your punch, I would definitely say at that point that there's no point in limiting it, because it's not adding so much to each of your moves each turn that it becomes deleterious. Like, I'm just thinking in terms of I was gonna say it's actually not that far off of Path of the Giant's Elemental Cleaver.
Yeah, which is like an extra D6 a turn.
Yeah, but you can choose the damage type.
Yeah, which is sweet.
And it doesn't cost you an action it doesn't cost you any resource to change the damage type.
No, it doesn't. Like, Elemental Cleaver's fucking great.
It is, and also it immediately means that anything you throw comes straight back to your hand.
Yeah.
Which is also great. Oh no, it says you can use a bonus action to change the infused weapon's current damage type. Apologies. So it's a bonus action to change the thing. And then Path of the Storm Herald. But it's like, that's to every attack.
Yeah.
Path of the Storm Herald, again, you can add stuff to like everything you do. So I don't think adding incoming damage that you've taken to one punch the next turn is
that's
particularly fair. Yeah, especially since it costs you a reaction.
This is the thing, is because that will again scale very nicely. Yeah. Like, because if you're up against, say you're trying to fist fight a Balor,
yeah,
because you're in hell and you hate them.
Yeah,
you could. Where's my page on demons?
Was it? It scales with your enemies, which is what I kind of like about it.
Yeah.
So if you're getting attacked by kobolds, you're only going to add like 3 damage to your next punch.
So yeah, but
if you're,
for example,
but if a bronze dragon decides to use its bite attack,
yeah. But again, just looking at Balor, because I know they've got crazy weapons, their longsword does 3d8 plus 8 slashing damage and 13d8 lightning damage.
Yeah, so if you're returning that on a punch, that's great.
I'm going to add a clarification
and I think, okay.
Which is that when you are halving damage, you half damage from the entire attack, not just the damage of the weapon. Because I know some GMs might be like, but you can't add the lightning damage from that.
That's a very good point. So, yeah, so use your action to half the total damage taken from the attack and add that amount to your next unarmed strike. We probably ought to clarify what kind of damage is added as well.
I
feel like it's going to be bludgeoning.
It's going to be bludgeoning.
Or do you want to say... Yeah, or do you want to say if somebody hits you with, like...
No, do it as bludgeoning.
Grasp. Okay, yeah.
Do it as bludgeoning. There is actually one other thing I will add to this. Again, cribbing off the monk sheet, because this is the exact level where monk unarmed attacks become magical.
I was thinking exactly that.
So we need to not forget that, because otherwise this entire subclass goes down the fucking drain.
It does, yes. So yes, all of your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance.
I've spelt resistance so wrong. Right, what do we want to call this? I got Frenzied Fist for the first ability.
You call that a punch?
Yeah.
That feels like the vibe. You call that a punch? This is a punch! Yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
Similarly, when we do it to spells, we should call it Puny Wizard.
Puny Wizard. Do we want to do that at 10th level then?
Yeah, why not? Why not? At 10th level, you can do it with spells as well as weapon attacks, and we should give it something else.
Well, we're increasing your unarmed damage already.
Oh, here we are. Well, essentially, yes. So at 10th level, we're essentially leveling up the two things. Well, do you wanna... How about we add a leap?
Okay, like a big jump smash.
I'm thinking more of a, as part of the reaction, if you're hit by a range attack or a spell, you can leap to the person who did it if they're within a certain distance to do the punch.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because I say if we do it within your movement range, that at this level is, I think, average about 40 feet. Because barbarians get a movement boost at 5th level.
Fast movement at 5th level,
Yeah.
speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor. So yes, they're 40 feet. Yeah. And also, it kind of works nicely with the... If we're talking about the old one, there's a Tasha's feature at 7th level, where when you use a bonus action to enter your range, you can move up to half your speed.
Yeah.
So it just adds more of the jumping around the place, getting hit and doing hitting. Which I quite like.
Okay, also, when you reduce damage with your, you call that a punch feature, you can now reduce damage from spells or other magical sources.
Yeah. When you use this reaction against a ranged attack or spell, you can leap to the enemy who attacked you, as long as they are within 40 feet or within movement distance of you.
Yeah, let's say within movement range, because I'd like to give it a little extra pat for anyone who wants to play a centaur barbarian. Because it's not hard to get a barbarian up to 50 feet.
I mean, yeah.
Because barbarians do really well with mobile as a feat.
Absolutely. And this, so if the wizard makes the mistake of being 40 feet away from you, or the warlock uses Eldritch Blast but only 40 feet away from you, you get to jump to punch. And again, because you're only doing it once a round, like, it's not mental.
Right, are we including... Is it just the leap, or are we including a punch as part of the leap?
The punch, I think we have to keep the punch, but we're adding the leap to the punch if you've been attacked at range.
Right, because this is
the only thing it essentially does is mean that what you were previously only doing with people who were next to you, you now get to do to someone who's far away from you.
Right, so the way that we've got this laid out is that at the moment, someone else attacks you on their turn, it does less damage, and then on your turn, you hit them back for a much bigger chunk of damage. If we do it with
That's
the
a
leap...
good point, actually.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
If we do the leap, now we're just jumping up to somebody. Which admittedly is still good, because if they try and move, well, we've already used a reaction, so we can't make an opportunity attack.
Well, maybe we do it kind of like Zephyr Strike then. So we've used our reaction to neutralize and store up the power for the next punch. But that punch, like a Zephyr strike, you get to, like, take your movement and a jump.
Could we maybe add something slightly more offensive to this, just to be a dick?
Sure.
So I like the thing of Zephyr Strike, because I feel like just add something onto this. This leap does not provoke opportunity attacks.
100%.
But also... when we land in front of the creature, they have to do a saving throw or be knocked prone.
Excellent.
It's like you land and it's just this earth-shattering bang.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that. What are we going to do at 14th level, though, now?
Probably give you some kind of, like, super boost to your attacks, to your damage. Basically, I want to just try and, like, take all the basic things we've got and fucking supercharge them.
Do it twice.
All creatures within 10 feet of you must make a strength saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. You realise that we've churned this whole thing out in 40 minutes and we're going to have to do something else now.
We'll fucking have. This is the problem. Barbarians are very easy to do. And we had a lot of really good ideas.
Let me see if we've got any other barbarians. We could do a twofer.
Do a double barbarian. The double barian.
Absolutely.
You get the fucking streaming document up right now.
That's what I'm doing. Ah, dear. Jay, we do have another barbarian we wanted to do.
Is it the unicorn?
It is.
Okay. I feel that's going to be a similar vibe.
I can't remember what we meant by unicorn barbarian.
I don't fucking know. It was your idea.
I think it must have been. It sounds like me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's... I feel like maybe it's like a barbarian that has like a charge attack. I don't know.
That feels very similar to this.
It does feel very similar to this. This is barbarians. They're not complicated.
Find something else. What else we got? Come on. Not a spellcaster. We got any fighters on there? Because we've never done a fighter before.
Have we never done a fighter before?
We haven't done a fighter yet. I do want to make subclasses for every single class. Fighter is one of the ones we haven't done. Another one is rogue. We haven't done a rogue. Because rogues are hard.
Rogues are hard.
A lot of the good rogue shit has already been done.
We had a note down for wanting to have like a support-based fighter.
Yeah, I like that. We've got hyper aggression here. Let's do a support fighter after this.
Yeah, let's do friend fighter.
Friend fighter. Fighter of friends.
Absolutely. I will say that I do also have something here that literally just says strength is your spellcasting modifier. Would you like to make a class that casts with strength?
Not an entire class.
Well, maybe it'd be a subclass.
Subclass maybe of sorcerer or wizard.
I mean, to be fair, I imagine we were probably thinking of Vary's famous character, Braun Flexington, muscle wizard extraordinaire.
I think I've discussed this with you before. I do want to make like the sorcerer's answer to the blade singer at some point. Like you can create a magical weapon and spend sorcery points to infuse and like do things when you hit someone. Make a much more martial focused sorcerer.
Like, yeah, kind of like, you know, where you, or even just like, you know, like you have gained your powers from being the descendant of like
a great hero.
Enchanted weapon. Enchanted weapon became person, and now you are its child.
Enchanted weapon, great legendary hero, just spirit, like the sheer amount of battle you have been in and now infuses your body with violence. I don't fucking know.
One at some point will have shagged a sword and had a baby.
This is the thing, is like, sorcerer magic doesn't necessarily need to be genetic. Sorcerers are basically the catch-all misc of, okay, it's not a patron, it's not believing in a god, you don't have an oath, you didn't study for it, you can't play music for shit. You're a sorcerer.
It is generally like, as a general rule, it's meant to be kind of like power that like...
Power comes from within. Power that is infused into your being. Yeah, from within.
It's not power that was given to you. It's power that you were born with.
Well, one of the things I quite like is... when Runesmith did his video of just like sorcerers, basically sorcerers, one of the things is like, hey, maybe you just took a drink of pure wild magic at some point and now you can cast fireball.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do like the idea of sorcerers being made, some sorcerers being made as opposed to being born.
Fair. Okay. I mean, that's yeah.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's versatility in it.
Hey, well then you want to know what we could do?
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to what I said at the beginning of this video about do you want to be the Hulk or do you want to be Hulk Hogan? Sorcerer who's a wrestler. Wrestling sorcerer. It's all about it's charisma. Wrestling is performance sport.
Yeah, but how is that not a bard? How is that not just a muscly bard?
Because we're using magic. I know. Because bards. I don't know. I'm like,
it's all about.
You want to do a wrestling bard?
It's all about the performance, man. You're out there. Okay. You're standing up on the top rope. You're mugging to the crowd. You're giving them bardic inspiration through sheer power of your muscle. A bard does not need to be a twink with a lute. Change your preconceived notions of what bards can be.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a bard.
Nacho Libre is a bard with religion proficiency.
The Undertaker is a bard, death cleric, multiclass.
Yes! He's a revenant bard. He's a revenant bard with lots and lots of strength.
Oh dear. I've also got one down here.
Right, we need to come up with a 14th level feature.
We need to, we need to come up with a 14th level ability for this barbarian.
We need to actually finish this before we go and do something else.
We do need, we need to actually finish what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, supercharge. I mean, my basic idea for supercharge is instead of doing one mad leap supercharge punch, we can do two mad leap supercharge punches.
So
per turn.
We could do a thing where it's like you gain a second reaction, but you can only spend this reaction to use you call that a punch.
No, I think it's you use your reaction for you call that a punch, but then like your supercharged punch that you then get on your turn, you get two of them.
Okay.
So you still only mitigate one attack, but the power from that attack goes into two unarmed attacks next turn, each one with a jump.
Also, your unarmed punching is 1d12.
Yeah.
I think he's actually going to balance against the monk, because I'm pretty sure at this level the monk is doing less damage than that. Yeah, because they don't get to a d12 until 17th level. But by this level they are doing like 5 attacks in a turn.
Yes, with 20 key points to spend. Stunning strike.
Hey, dragon.
Fuck you, dragon. Welcome to the party. We made punching.
Yeah, at this
level
we
invented punching.
At this level, 14. They've got 14 key points or focus points, and they're doing either 4 or 5 attacks depending on your edition.
Yeah. So and as a barbarian, you're still only doing 2.
And also they have. Yeah, and they have. We're doing 3.
Dragon. Dragon just it said
we have to hand it to you.
Really gotta.
Yeah.
We're
doing 3 attacks with this barbarian.
Oh yeah, because you got a bonus action attack.
Yeah, you're not doing it on the same turn. You rage, so you get 2 attacks on your rage and then 3 on everything else.
Admittedly, you do also have your rage damage bonus on all of your punches as well. So actually you're hitting like a freight train.
You are hitting pretty hard.
It's +3. It's +3 to each of your punches. Plus strength.
Yeah. Rage damage is not good. Yeah. Like, it makes a little bit of a difference, but it's really not a lot.
No. Okay, so essentially, at 14th level then, each punch is a d12 plus 3 plus strength.
Plus 3 plus strength.
And then
So it's a d12
and now we're
8.
adding plus our fun feature. Okay, so do you want to just be like jump punch, or do you have a more creative?
I don't know. I think honestly, the reaction we have is powerful enough.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to do anything to the reaction. I just want to.
Yeah.
I feel like just adding it into your actual turn. Just do more of the same.
Just do it like as part of your movement. You can like leap up to twice your movement speed. Just have you like bouncing around. Nah, because that's too mobile.
Well, we've also already got the jump in there. We've
Yeah,
got
but
the
as a
jump in at
reaction,
10th
I'm
level.
thinking of doing it as like part of your turn, like you said.
I thought you specifically already put it as part of your turn because you didn't want it as part of the reaction because you said it was stupid.
No. I said the problem was that you didn't attack as part of the reaction, so I added in the you land and you knock someone prone. That's all still the reaction.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Right. These two
I
features
apologize.
are still
I thought you would
entirely
jump-
reactionary.
Right. Okay. Then yeah, the reaction is grand.
I know what we need to do.
What?
Because we added the temporary hit points at this level.
Yes.
And then we said we can do something when the temporary hit points run out, and then we didn't.
That's a good fucking point.
So, I'm going to say that, yeah, when your temporary hit points run out, because at this point it's 28 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Should we do, like, okay, do we want to make this an offensive or a defensive feature? Because I'm thinking, just to make it a slightly crazy offensive feature, you could go, okay, when the temporary hit points run out, you can add the maximum of those temporary hit points to your next attack.
That could be fun.
That's insane. That's a plus 28 damage to the next hit you make.
But that is also to like one punch per rage.
That's one punch per rage.
Yeah. One massive punch per rage.
Or we give this a little bit more radial thing and have like the temporary hit points go down and there's some kind of burst.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like a howl of fuck you. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Like everyone within 20 feet has to make a wisdom save against your con or your strength, or become frightened.
Yeah, that could be fun.
But that's not really. I don't know if that's in the vibe.
It's not great, but it's also very much like the original Berserker 14th level.
All right. Everyone takes a point. Everyone takes a D4 of psychic damage and shits the bed. I don't know. You could do a fireball. You could be the anger in you is so bright that when your temporary hit points end, there's an explosion centered on you that affects everything within 10 feet of you. Everyone within 10 feet make a dex save or take, I don't know, 68 damage. Half on a successful save.
No, let's roll it in. You can force every creature within 15 feet of you to make a strength saving throw, or they take damage equal to twice your barbarian level. Like everyone 15 feet of you, if they fail this save, they take damage equal to twice your barbarian level as force damage, and then they're knocked prone.
That's huge.
That is huge, but it will happen once per battle. Unless you want to really burn through your resources.
I mean, that's fair.
So I'm okay with this, with making this like big.
Okay, and I mean that is big. So they take damage equal to the total temporary hit points, essentially.
Yes.
And then make the saver be knocked prone. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of potential for that to be. I mean, and it would happen very early in the fight.
Yes.
So, yes, it's not going to be.
I'm also going to. I'm going to limit this a little bit. I'm going to make this a bit fucky.
I mean, it's already limited to the number of rages you can do.
Well, it's limited to the number of rages you can do, but I'm going to make it a little fucky, and I'm going to say it's all creatures, not creatures of your choice.
I agree with that. Every cunt should get knocked on their ass. All right,
so
I'm
we're
here
going to
for
do
that. All
15, 20 feet?
Yeah, 20 feet. Why not?
Cool.
Well, the point is that it's people who are like next to you, because the whole point is you are trying to be like next to people. So, 15?
Yeah, 15. Let's do 15.
Yeah, let's do 15.
All creatures within 15 feet of you must make a strength saving throw. This is not an optional feature to activate.
No, this is must. There is no choice.
And is knocked prone.
Yeah.
On a successful save, a creature takes half of that damage and is not knocked prone. I'm going to say all creatures except you.
Well, I'm assuming it doesn't affect the person.
Well, no, because all creatures means all creatures.
Alright,
So-
yeah. All creatures aside from you.
Yeah,
The angry one who has exploded.
yeah. I like that. That's a nice, simple, reasonably strong feature that again scales very well because you'll get to level 20, and something will break through your 40 temporary hit points. They might get knocked for 40 points of force damage, get knocked on their ass, and suddenly you're standing over them, doing a D12 plus 4 plus 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, D12 plus 11 damage minimum. That's if your DM doesn't give you, like, magic hand wraps or something, which they should.
Yep.
And just fucking swinging down on that at advantage twice a turn. To be fair, the prone isn't so much for you, it's more for your allies.
It is, rather.
Because you can already generate your own advantage as a barbarian. What I'm thinking of is, like, you fucking launch yourself at somebody, and then the fighter and the paladin are just running to catch up with you. Like, Jesus, fuck! Just stab the guy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to call it guard break.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of, like, a couple of video game features where, like, you get through somebody's shield bar and then they kind of explode. Alright, that's the path of the crazed fist.
There we go.
We've still got an hour left.
We do!
Please hold.
Please hold while we come up with a plan.
Just give me a second. I need to go fiddling around in the file folder. So do we want to do the support fighter?
Sure. Why to fuck no? Why to fuck no?
Cool. We got to do 5 abilities for the fighter. Ooh.
That's manageable.
Yeah. As long as we don't have to do a
That's
spellcaster,
fine.
we can absolutely do this.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's fucking spellcasters, man.
Yeah, because it means we have to choose like spells.
Spell that, to be
Okay,
fair, is what always takes us the longest is choosing spells.
Yeah, it's always the choosing of the spells. It's why the Fey Sorcerer took us 2 streams.
Did that really take us 2 streams?
That took us 2 streams. I've been going back through a lot of the old videos. I was like, yeah, that was 2 streams.
I'd forgotten about the Fey Sorcerer. Is that on the Patreon?
I think so. It might not be. I may have. There's a heavy chance that I've gotten real behind on a lot of shit.
So, because this was the thing, because we did for our Christmas stream, players were exclusively allowed to use classes that were on the Patreon.
Yep.
I think that some of the older stuff isn't on the Patreon.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of things I think missing. For one thing, it seems that I didn't actually put Fortress Whale up.
Well, that's disappointing given how much fucking effort we put into it.
Yeah, I've got some. Yeah, the Patreon still has a bunch of good shit on it. I do need to go back and put them things in. I think the Fey Sorcerer is on there because the Shaman Ranger is on there, and the Shaman was the last one we did.
Fair. I mean, yeah, I know the Shaman Ranger's in there because I played the Shaman Ranger.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna. I do need to go back and do an overhaul of the Patreon, as I do every year. But you know, it's the beginning of the year. Shit's a bit crazy. I'm all over the fucking shop. Forgive me. Anyway, fighter.
We forgive you. Yeah.
Fucking what do fighters do?
Fighters do fighting.
I like that. Okay, this one's going to be a little more complex, just because fighters have a lot more kind of stuff in their kit, and they also have more changes between 2014 and 2024.
Yes.
Because the 2024 version, I really like what they did. The fighter, they give the fighter a lot more things to do outside of combat, and they also made Second Wind more of an integral resource to the class and give you more things you can do with it. So there's that. Yeah. There's also, of course, the weapon masteries. I'm just going to put this down as support fighter. This one's going to take. This one's going to get some editing. Now there is already a support fighter that exists.
The Banneret.
The Banneret. The problem is it's crap.
So essentially, yeah, we're trying to do better than the Banneret.
Yeah, because the Banneret is basically you use one of your fighter features and someone else gets the benefit of it as well.
Yeah,
it's really not good.
Less good.
In fact, yeah, it's really not very good. The Banneret, or the Purple Dragon Knight, as it was called previously, has...
Is that where it came from?
Yep. I think the Purple Dragon Knight is more... is like setting locked.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fucking find it anywhere. And I have no idea where it came from. But it's... yeah, but the Banneret is basically the same thing. Like, you use...
Right.
You can use your second wind feature, where you can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet of you that are allied with you. Each one regains hit points equal to your fighter level, provided the creature can see or hear you. That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just... you get really good at persuasion. 7th level, you get expertise in persuasion.
Well, that sucks.
10th level, when you use Action Surge, you can choose one creature within 60 feet of you that is allied, and that creature can make a melee or a ranged weapon attack with its reaction, provided it can see or hear you. That costs their reaction. It's one attack, and Action Surge is such a sparse resource.
It is pretty sparse.
And then at 15th level, when you use Indomitable, and someone else fails their saving throw, they also can re-roll their saving throw. It's really, really basic. Because here's the thing. Even without subclasses, the fighter can still put up numbers.
That is what it's for.
That is its deal. So.
Yep.
we're here as a fighter. You are on the battlefield. You are John Fighterman. And you are not alone on this battlefield. John Fighterman. But you are not alone on this battlefield. And you are here to provide your expertise. Because a fighter is really an expert in combat. Where a rogue is an expert in skills and sneakery and all that. And a barbarian is an unflinching tank. The fighter is the skilled warrior. You get proficiency in all weapons and all armors. You are a master of martial combat. That is what you are for. So, in any war, you got to look after people, and you got to be medicated, and you got to keep people alive. So, I'm thinking our focus should be healing, temporary hit points, and either reducing damage to people or imposing disadvantage on opponents.
Okay, so rather than where the banneret is more of a rallying cry buff type that's maybe not very good.
Yeah, you are here.
This is more of a kind of field medic type.
Yeah, you are still fighting, but you are fighting to keep your friends alive.
I'm here for that.
And I can spin the story very well. Let's see if we can make the class. So, third level, you're a fighter. You've got your fighting style, you've got second wind, you've got action surge. You're very simple. You've got an attack, a turn. Yes. What can we give this fighter to make it interesting?
Well, I suppose we need to decide. Well, I mean, the typical thing with all fighter subclasses is that, as with most subclasses, you pick a thing.
Yeah.
And then that thing keeps going. And the thing we've decided for this is healing.
Healing, now, temp HP, and mitigation.
So I would suggest, given the only thing really that you have that uses your bonus action is second wind.
Yep.
And this is falling on a bit from the banneret, really. When you use your second wind feature, you can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet that are allied with you. Each one regains hit points equal to your fighter level, provided that creature can see or hear you. That's a good ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's a healing ability. So, we could potentially steal something like that, or do you want to make it more different?
I was thinking...
That would be my question.
I was thinking of something along a similar line, but in a more offensive capacity. You're still in the mix and you're still doing combat. I was thinking that once per turn, when you hit something with a weapon attack and deal damage to it, you can then take that damage and either heal yourself or an ally or give them temporary hit points equal to the damage you just did.
Okay, so more of a reaction after you've dealt damage type of deal.
I think if you do it, I think if you just do it as part of the attack and then give it a limit of your proficiency bonus.
Proficiency bonus or something.
Yeah. Because it'll scale out fairly well, because if you can only do it once per turn and your attacks are stacking up.
Then do you want to do it as more of a vampire-y self-heal type thing?
No, I still want to be able to heal the team.
Okay.
So I think what we do is take it a bit like the banneret or the rally maneuver from the Battlemaster.
Okay.
Because what that does is you can, I don't remember if it's a bonus action, but you can give
Let me go find
a bunch of creatures around you temp HP equal to your charisma modifier.
Give me a second. And I'll tell you. Battlemaster maneuvers. Battlemaster maneuvers. Rally. On your turn, you can use bonus action to expend one superiority die. When you do so, choose a friendly creature who can see and hear you. They gain temp HP equal to your superiority die plus your charisma mod.
Yeah. Like, the Battlemaster has got some really good support options. It really does. They're quite fun.
I mean, that's the Battlemaster's like the archetypal fighter because
it's not.
Is so flexible. It can do so many different jobs, which is the whole point of the fighter. It's meant to be very versatile.
I still think the champion is the quintessential fighter because it is simple and yet elegant. And I do mean the new champion. The old champion's kind of meh. I really like the new champion fighter. It legit made me want to play it, which is insane because.
I mean, I'm just delighted that you care so much.
Yeah. Somebody has to. Somebody has to care about the fighters. It can't just be me and Jake Hurwitz. I've seen that guy play 4 campaigns. I think I've seen that guy play 4 or 5 campaigns. And in three of them, he was a fighter.
I mean, that's delightful.
Yeah. And the only reason I think he wasn't a fighter in one of them is because they all decided, no, we're all playing monks.
To be fair, Dan, I told you that in my solo Baldur's Gate 3 campaign, everybody's multi-classed into fighter.
Yeah. Fighter is possibly the best 2-level dip you can take. It just is.
It's very handy.
One friendly creature within 60 feet of you. And do you want to do temporary hit points or do you want to do restore hit points?
I like the temporary hit points.
Okay.
As a kind of rallying bolster thing. That's fun.
Yeah, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack and deal damage to it, you can then choose one friendly creature within 60 feet of you and give them temporary hit points equal to the damage you just dealt. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Regaining all uses on a short rest. Right, rallying strike. That's good. Okay, we're at 7th level.
Right.
This is traditionally where the fighter archetypes fall down. There's a lot of bad 7th level fighter abilities.
Yeah. I mean, weirdly, the one I like is always going to be the Arcane Archer.
Fair.
Like, I just think that's good. So all of your arrows are magical for the point of overcoming resistance.
Yeah, that's fair.
You never have to you deal with ammunition, and you can use a bonus action to re-roll your attack rolls, unlimitedly.
So that's if your DM's counting ammunition. Nice. It's not bad. Whereas with the bannerets and the Battlemaster, that's all like out of battle proficiency things. The champion get the stupid athletics bonus thing. The Eldritch Knight and the Psy Warrior get good shit because the Eldritch Knight gets arguably its best feature, which is when you use your action to cast a cantrip, you can make a weapon attack as a bonus action.
Which is great.
It's good, but quickly becomes outstripped of, yeah, I can either use the action to cast the cantrip, or I could make 3 attacks.
That's fair. The Cavalier gets to
I like the Cavalier.
add a D8 to their own AC or a friend's AC, which is kind of useful.
Yeah, the Cavalier is probably the closest we've got to a proper, like, support fighter, because it's all about nailing down one enemy and being like, no, you want to fight me.
Yeah. Which is good fun. Well, then, in our vein of, I don't know, in our vein of this is...
Should we give you some out-of-combat healing?
I suppose...
Should we get some out-of-combat healing?
Well, to be fair, we've technically not done any healing, so maybe we should get some in-combat healing first.
But I was thinking, like, 7th... Because there's a lot of out-of-combat features going on at 7th level fighter. So sort of in that theme, I was thinking, you can take a minute to restore hit points to a creature. X amount, I don't know. You get to... You can spend a minute to... Oh, you could, like, take a minute to expend your own hit die to heal someone else.
That could be good, but I also think we need to add something more. And I feel like that something more needs to be something that does more healing, because at the moment, as a battlefield medic, we are not impressive.
No. Okay. So let's get some healing. Okay, we're gonna call this battlefield medicine.
Yeah.
If I could spell the word medicine.
Indeed.
Okay, so do we want to do this as like regular kind of healing stuff, or do we want to do someone goes down and we get like you can give them a special boost to get them up?
Sorry, repeat the question.
So I'm thinking we're mid-battle, everything's chaos. Do we want to do something that can heal someone who's still standing, or do we want to do? Because I think it might be cool if it was like if an ally within a certain distance falls to 0 hit points, we can do something to like keep them alive.
Yeah, I like, because that's not something that a lot of people do.
And it's a feature that could come in really clutch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, then you want to say something like number times equal to your proficiency mod when an ally you see within 30 feet falls to 0 hit points. You can use your reaction to shout inspiring words at them that make them come back with 1d10 hit points or something.
Yeah, something like that. You can use your reaction to restore their restore their hit points. Hit points is 2 words. By 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I want this. Yeah, this is a really, really clutch ability. So I want to limit it quite a lot.
Okay.
Because that's really powerful.
Yeah. Well, then you want to say number of times then equal to your con mod. Refresh is only on a long rest.
Yeah.
Or do you want to say... Yeah, okay. Unless you want to specifically limit it to, like once per long rest and then it increases later. Because at 7th level, people shouldn't be dying that much.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is... how many second winds have you got at this level?
That's a very good question.
Just to get it thematic. How many second wind? Because we've got... Like, second wind. Oh, okay, in the OG fighter, you get 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the OG fighter, you get 1.
You get 1 until... Oh my god, you only ever get 1. I thought you got another one later, because you get a second fucking action surge. Okay. Then, do you mind if I base the number of times you can do this off the second wind table in the new fighter column?
I mean, I am now just looking it up in the new fighter, because there's a D&D2024.wiki.com.
There is, yeah. I just tend not to use it. Which is...
That's alright. I mean, I haven't got any of my books, so yeah.
You get 2 second winds for the first 3 levels, and then 3 until 10th level, and then you get 4 for the rest of the game.
Which is not bad.
It's not bad.
And actually, again, it makes second wind actually
fucking useful, because most of the time it's not good.
Yeah. Because it doesn't scale.
It does, because it's a D10 plus your fighter level.
Well, sure.
It doesn't scale well.
Is that what it is in OG as well?
Huh?
Let's have a look at it.
It is, yeah. It's in the original, it's a D10 plus your fighter level.
Yeah, plus your fighter level. But again, like, it doesn't scale that well.
Oh, it doesn't scale well, but it does technically scale.
Yeah.
You can use this feature 3 times. You gain a 4th use of this feature at 10th level. So that's basically the scaling of second wind at the moment.
Yeah. No, that's... Yeah. That makes sense.
I do want to add my out of battle thing, though.
Okay. Well, yeah, so let's say you've got that, and then why not have both? 7th level's a fine time to have both. Fucking paladins have got a shit ton at this level.
That's true. You can spend 1 minute to heal a number of creatures. Let's say 10 minutes. You can take 10 minutes to heal a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus by... Just get everybody... can you get the spell Prayer of Healing up?
Sure.
That's kind of like your archetypical out-of-combat healing spell. Because it takes...
Yeah.
Because it's low level, takes a little while to cast, but it does a big chunk of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking it's like 2d10 or something. For like a second level slot, which is not bad.
All spells, thank you. Give me all spells. Prayer of Healing, you said?
Yeah, second level cleric spell.
Second level cleric spell. Delightful. Prayer of Healing, here we go. It requires 10 minutes to cast. Hits everyone within 30 feet. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range each gain 2d8 plus your spellcasting mod healing.
Okay, this has to be better than that because you can cast that at 3rd level. This is a 7th level feature.
So, well, when you cast this using a spell at 3rd level or higher, it increases by a d8 per level. So at 7th level, you're rocking 4th level slots?
No.
You're at 3rd level. Well,
you're at 3rd level slots. I think you might have a 4th level. Because You get your 3rd level slots at 5th level. Oh yeah, no, at 7th level you've got you have 1 4th level spell slot.
Okay. So at 4th level then you are doing 4d8 plus spell casting mod.
Okay.
So we're probably not as good as that.
3d10?
I liked your idea for sharing out your dice pool.
Yeah.
I liked that. I think that's good. And it automatically puts in a limit. Which is that you're sharing your own limited dice pool. And it means you can choose, if you don't need healing but other people do, you can just spread the love. And in a standard adventuring day, yeah, you're only having 2 short rests. Which is when you would use this.
So I'm gonna let it scale and include that limit, because I'm gonna say expend up to half your hit dice.
Yeah.
And also, once a creature has been healed by this feature, they can't be healed again by it until they complete a short rest. So that means that you can spend, if you have multiple small combats, because you don't have to spend it on the whole party. If you have a couple of combats between short rests, you can expend it on different party members as needed.
Yeah.
Rather than like limiting to every time you take a short rest.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, I like that. Battlefield medicine. All right, 10th level. You're a level away from getting your 3rd attack.
You are indeed.
What are we looking at? What kind of horse shit do the spellcasters have?
That's a very good question. Hey, that's wild. Fucking arcane archers don't get a 10th level ability.
They fucking don't? What?
They get an additional arcane shot option at 10th.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all they get. They get an additional arcane shot.
Still don't like them.
Banneret gets Inspiring Surge. When you use Action Surge, you can choose one other creature. They also get an additional melee or range attack. With its reaction, provided it can see and hear you. Less exciting.
Yeah.
Just trigger 2 people to use their reaction.
Yeah. Spellcasters are doing like 5th level slots at this point.
And the Battlemaster gets
the superiority dice turns into D10s.
D10 for the superiority die.
Which is
which is not.
It's a significant increase considering how much you use the damn things.
Fair. And I suppose you are also, presumably getting more.
You also, you get 2 more maneuvers as well.
Yeah, okay. So that's not so bad. You get another superior... you don't get one at 10th level. You get an additional die at 7th and an additional die at 15th level.
Yeah.
Which means you get a maximum of 6 superiority die.
Yeah. The 15th level ability is not great, because I don't like when you roll initiative and you have nothing, you get 1 of the thing. I've never liked those abilities.
No, it means that you never totally run out, but it's also not
it's honestly
wonderful.
This would be a lot better if it was because there's a thing that the swords bard get, which is fucking great, which is instead of one of its later features is instead of expending a bardic inspiration to do one of its maneuvers, you can just you can just roll a d6. Like, it's less powerful than it should be, but it improves your resource management like fucking massively.
Hey?
The Swords Bard, the College of Swords Bard, because they get different flourishes that they can use. And you expend a bardic inspiration die to use them. And one of their later features is hey, instead of expending bardic inspiration, you can just roll a d6 and not use up the resource. So it's less powerful, but it basically means you get to do a flourish every single turn without worrying about your resources.
Which is great.
Which is insanely good. Especially because, you know, one of those flourishes is increasing your AC.
Which is also very good.
Yes. Anyone who's seen NADPOD, Calliope. Yeah, but so that's what the 15th level feature should be for the superiority dice. Is like, hey, instead of using at this point what would be a D12? No, it's at level 18 they're turning to D12s. I would say, hey, you can use a D6 instead of a superiority dice. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But we're not here to fix the Battle Master, because honestly, it doesn't need fixed. We only fix classes when they really need fixed.
Well, like the Ranger.
Like the Ranger. Okay, so we've got a healing, we've got an in-combat healing thing, we've got an out-of-combat healing thing, we've got a temporary hit point thing. I think it is now time, maybe, to do a mitigation of damage.
Okay.
We can add another thing to... So, you've got your Rallying Strike. You're making a number of attacks. You're making a couple of attacks a turn. This is 10th level. You're about to get your third attack. I say that... because you've got the Rallying Strike, I think we add something to do on another attack.
Okay.
So
I mean, you do have lots of attacks as a
exactly
as a fighter,
and I want you to be able to capitalize on that. So I'm thinking we give like we can hit people and give them disadvantage on attacks made against somebody. I don't know.
We could do again. It might be a little similar to the Banneret, but we could do like when you hit someone, you can use. When you hit someone, you can choose an ally within an adjacent ally to also hit that person or something.
Nah.
Like a 1-2 punch kind of thing.
Oh, I know what you could do.
Okay.
So we've got the Rallying Strike.
Yeah.
What we could do, actually, is we could do like a defending strike. When you hit somebody, you can choose an ally within 30 feet of them and give them an AC boost until the end of your next turn. Like, increase their AC by your con mod.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hell yeah. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can choose one friendly creature within... I mean, the first one was 60 feet. Should we just do 60 feet again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Within 60 feet. And increase its AC by equal to your Constitution modifier.
Indeed.
Until the end of your next turn. Now that is less bananas.
Yeah.
That's way less bananas than the stuff we've done. And I like to think of that as like covering of like you're fighting somebody and you're kind of covering for them as well. And it means that if you are in the mix with someone who has less AC, for example, a more directly combat focused rogue or a a barbarian who's maybe failing a little bit, or a monk who's taking too much damage, or like a direct focus warlock, you have that ability to be like, no, get bolstered, stay alive.
Yeah. Okay. That feels good.
Yeah.
Well, then...
It's less crazy, so I don't want to put a limit on it.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for like a less crazy kind of lack of limit. That feels like you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think, because obviously we're getting now into like the level 15 and 18 abilities, which are meant to be crazy.
Yes. So we're on... This is the thing. Like, because we're at 10th level, this also gives us... We still have something we can use even when we run out of our rallying strike. We have things that we can use to, like, give people bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it keeps people alive.
Yes. I've just briefly confused myself there by looking at the Rune Knight fighter, also gaining giant strength, and adding damage and things to that because of it. And I briefly confused myself by thinking we were still on the Barbarian. I've been like, why is there a different Barbarian who gets things for being huge and it's not the giant Barbarian?
Rune Knights get a lot more variety as opposed to like just straight up and down power.
They get some wild shit to Rune Knights.
They do. Like, this is a great thing. I didn't realize that they were Tashas, but that's such a good subclass. Oh, dude! Like, if you want to look at Tasha's stuff, they got the Psy Warrior, which is a fucking Jedi. It's a straight up Jedi.
I mean, bitches do love a straight up Jedi.
Bitches love a Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have covering combat for our 10th level feature. Like, that's a pretty supportive thing. We've done healing, we've done AC boosts, we've done temporary hit points. What do we do at 15th level? Because again,
at 15th level.
So for comparison,
I feel like, yeah.
Let's look at quick comparison.
Well, I've got the Psy Warrior. Okay, for comparison, what other class have you got there?
The Cleric.
Okay, what's the Cleric doing at 15th level?
At 15th level, the Cleric is rocking 8th level spell slots.
Jesus.
Like 18 prepared spells. Which means that when they are... Like, if they are focusing on healing, they're dishing out... Like, mass cure wounds, mass healing words,
yeah.
Heal, in fact. They have heal.
Yeah.
Greater restoration, that kind of stuff.
Well, I was going to say, just speaking of the Psy Warrior fighter, as a bonus action, they can put... As a bonus action, you can choose creatures up to your intelligence modifier, and they're all protected by half cover for a minute, and that doesn't require concentration.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet.
That's
the Psy Warrior is
phenomenal.
Fucking amazing. The Psy Warrior is a genuinely brilliant fighter.
Yeah, because I would say I feel like at 15th level, what you should be able to do is something along the lines of Mass Healing Word.
Yeah,
like
something...
you should be able to, it's either that or you should be able. You should either have like big heal everybody energy, because again, as you say, you're up against people with 8th level spell slots. Like even if you literally just gave it like a 4th level Mass Healing Word, you are still lagging behind every other healer in the game. Or
and also we've
alternatively, since you are still a fighter, I do wonder again about some kind of like do damage, get health back type thing that you can spread around.
I mean, that's... I'm not quite sure what the do damage, get health back thing, because that could be some pretty insane shit. But I do agree that we need some kind of group healing thing, because so far we're actually being quite single target with a lot of our shit.
Yes.
The only group healing thing we've got is the out of battle feature.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I get what we've kind of done so far, and I've not really got a lot of better options for the kind of lower level stuff that we've done, but like there's nothing in here yet that makes me want to play this fighter.
Okay. Yeah, no, we need,
You know what I
need to do
mean?
something nuts.
Yeah, like we need a signature thing that's gonna really spice this bitch up.
Okay. So, you know how with the battlefield medicine, we expended our hit dice
Yes.
to heal a number of creatures. I say we let us do that in battle.
That could be fucking cool.
You're at 15th level. We do something similar, okay? Like, we have a burst, a single burst that we can do, like, once, maybe twice, where it's like, everybody, all friendly creatures within 30 to 60 feet of you regain hit points equal to half your hit dice plus your fighter level.
Okay.
Where it's like one big fucking heal.
Alternative suggestion.
Yep.
We could treat it like lay on hands.
Okay.
So keep it single target, but maybe add in like a movement increase or something that basically means that your job is to zip around just going like, heal you, heal you, heal you, heal you.
I think we
So
should...
you've still got like a limited pool, but you can use it like multiple times.
If we're going to put in a healing... If we're going to put in a movement increase, I think we should add it to one of the earlier features.
That I'm happy with.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it with the... Fuck. What was the 7? Because the third level was the temp hit points for the people around you,
Yep.
which is already a kind of AoE thing, and that we had that scaling somehow. I think I can't remember.
Well, it's equal to the damage you just dealt.
Right. Well, so it scales with the damage that you deal
Yeah.
on that hit, which is something.
Yeah.
And it's not dissimilar from like the Crown Paladin Channel Divinity Turn the Tide.
Yeah.
It's not dissimilar from that.
And the second one was when somebody hits 0 hit points within 30 feet of you, you can whack them up with a reaction for a D10 plus your constitution.
Well, then let's add it. Let's add it to that.
Okay. Because that's also the level
we've
we're
already
getting...
got the we've
Compromise.
Already got the
Compromise.
Compromise. Okay.
We give a small movement increase at 3rd level and then increase it again at 10th level.
Yes, that is a better idea.
So we give a 5 foot...
Because that's... Yeah, because actually, I think this is... This feels more like we're getting our teeth into it. Because like we're talking about like Battlefield Medic, and I think of like World War II.
Yes.
You know? And actually, what would make a Battlefield Medic really good if they're going around just tending to essentially one person at a time, keeping them from dying, is if they can run around loads of people.
Okay.
So that feels more like the vibe, maybe. So like... And also, a really mobile fighter is very good. And I don't think there's any fighters that explicitly spec into mobility.
No, I don't think there is. It's usually that's usually the domain of monks.
Yeah.
How fast are monks at
and
this
because
level?
we're not using it for offense like a monk would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the...
I like the idea of having like a kind of like a... Okay, well, hang on. Maybe... Alright, I want to make a compromise with you.
Okay.
So, keep our 3rd level ability.
Yep.
The 7th level is we've got a camp ability and
And rescue someone from dying.
I'm trying to remember. And you can rescue someone from dying. What was the 10th level ability again?
When you hit somebody, you can give an ally a boost to their AC equal to your con mod.
Right, okay. I would like to propose an amendment.
Okay.
So, I'm going to propose that we move the save an ally from dying up to 10th level with the
AC boost.
The AC boost.
Okay.
Because both of them are a bit situational and both of them are quite limited.
Okay.
And instead, at 7th level, alongside being able to use your pool of health at camp, we make that same pool of health available to use on the battlefield in this kind of way, but you can use it like in the same way with lay on hands, like it costs an action, like it's something that costs. So you can either do your 2 attacks as a fighter, or you can heal someone, and we'll make it better later. But on a short rest, you regain some of that pool, because otherwise you're going to burn through it really quickly.
So, compromise.
Okay.
I like the idea of using your hit points. Okay. Yeah. No, right, no, never mind. So what we're going to say is you have a pool of D10s, because let's look at other kind of non-healer healer subclasses, okay? Because we've got things like the Dreams Druid and we've got the Celestial Warlock. They get pools of D6s they can use at range. Let's go touch and make it D10s.
Yep.
And this is also where the
deal.
This is where the movement speed increase happens.
Yes. Because essentially you're able to use this stuff at base, which is great, but being able to use it in the field, so this is what we're doing. I like this.
Okay.
And I love the idea of just someone like madly running around the field going, get up, get up, get up.
Yep.
I love that.
Just runs up with a sword and goes, slaps somebody awake. Get up. You gain a pool of D10s.
Because this is the thing, I feel like Paladin Lay on Hands, for instance, isn't really designed for use in combat. It's like you can, but it's really designed for out of combat stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Whereas I feel like what we want is somebody
who can heal,
who can essentially multi-attack but multi-heal.
So there is, I believe, a monk subclass, the Way of Mercy monk, where they can substitute an attack from their flurry of blows with a healing thing. So what we can maybe do is you can substitute an attack like to heal someone.
Because then, again, like the whole point of fighters is you get multi-attack that eventually stacks up to 4 attacks.
Yeah.
So, being able to have like, I can attack, run, heal, run, attack, run, heal. That sounds fucking phenomenal. Especially, if you were talking, because that's 18th, 20th level kind of thing.
Do you want to make
20th level?
Should we make this scale really well?
Go on.
You have you gain a pool of D10s equal to your fighter level, but you can only expend so many at once.
Deal.
Okay. So that means that you will end up with 20 D10 that you can spend on healing people.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah, but you can only expend... We'll increase the amount you can spend as we go up.
Yeah. And again, it's like the thing that makes... Cause you can only do it by touch, it's still not... It's not mass healing word. It's not a bonus action, everybody gets a fuck ton of health. But it is more concentrated. And... Yeah.
So, the way I'm writing this is you can substitute one of those attacks when you take the attack action, and you can expend a couple of them. Maybe we can do it as a whole action, you can expend more.
Well, I think the point is that, like, you can do per attack. So if it's 2 D10 per attack, for instance, then, you know, yeah, like that does it.
You can expend 2d10, 2 of your pool of dice. You can spend 2 of your pool of dice to heal a creature within 5 feet of you by that amount. The number...
And the nice thing about that is that it essentially means that you get almost like a kind of like a mini subclass feature at 11th level when you get your 3rd attack.
Yeah, and I'm going to say the number of dice you can expend at once increases as you level up.
Well, if we do, yeah, so at 7th level we do 2 d10.
3 at 10, thing, 4 at 15th,
yeah.
5 at 5th.
Alright, which is... At 7th level essentially means you can burn all of your dice in 2 turns, if you choose to.
Yes.
Yes. So at 10th level, then you can do 3 d10. Which again, you burn them all in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Then at 15th level again, 15th level you can do 4 d10. Burn it in 2 turns. And that feels like a good vibe.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to expend the full amount.
No, you don't. But it's like, if you did max, it would take 2 turns.
That's better.
Like
that's
that feels like a good...
That's a more interesting feature. That's a better way of doing it. Thanks, Chris. That's a much more keystone feature. Because the way I look at that is that you've just watched an enemy run up and, like, take the rogue down. Like, rogues on death saves. You charge in, make 1 attack on the enemy, and instead of making a 2nd attack, you bring the rogue up.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's, I think, the thing that gives it the edge over... That gives it the edge over a caster, because the caster only gets 1 spell.
Yeah. And that adds a huge amount of versatility. Spell. That's an incredible amount of versatility, and also you have the, hey, out of battle. Yeah.
And again, it takes advantage of existing resources, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it feels very in keeping with the fighter. There we go. This is what I needed. I was like, I need some je ne sais quoi. What is my quoi? Quoi le je ne sais?
Yeah, we needed something that was like, yeah. Okay, that's a good...
Exactly.
That's a good, like, core feature to build around.
Yeah.
And then we've got the...
At 15th level.
And then at 10th level, whenever you hit someone, you can boost their AC, and whenever someone goes down within 30 feet of you, you can use a reaction to pop them up.
We should make it so that the AC boost counts when you heal someone as well as when you attack someone.
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, or
when you use the attack action, either to heal an ally or to attack an enemy.
Or use your battlefield medicine feature. Yeah. That's good. That's a good way of.
I think.
Keeping the cohesion.
It keeps it all. Yeah, keeps it in the family.
Yeah.
All right.
15th level.
So
okay.
At 15th level.
Don't lost some steam.
Now we're keeping up.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do to fuck up those 8th level spells now?
I've no idea. I like the idea of being able to have some kind of group healing. I still like the idea of group healing.
Yeah. No, I'm here for that. Well, then, do you want to say then once per... Since we're scaling this around short rests.
Yeah.
Do you want to say once per short rest, you can burn an amount of your healing pool to heal allies within a certain amount of time?
I'm thinking
and
of...
it costs your bonus action or something.
Yeah, similar to what we've got here. I'm thinking you can expend an action to expend up to half of your dice, which at this point would be 7d10.
Yeah.
And use that 7d10 of healing as an action to a large group of people. That's really good.
That's phenomenal. Yeah.
But once per short rest.
Once per short rest. Caveat, since we still have the ability to, like, since we're losing so much, I think we should also now start regaining some of our pool at the end of a short rest.
Oh, I already did that.
Oh, then
I put that in the 7th level feature. I said you get half of them back at the end of a short rest.
Fuck yeah. Okay, then, yeah, absolutely. 15th level, we can just be like, we just flex so good that people heal. Absolutely. What are we gonna do for 18th level, though? That's what I want to know.
Some kind of enormous bolster. Something that is like, you do this, and you charge up all of your allies.
Because, obviously, you rock it, so 18th level, you've got 2 uses of action surge. That's a fucking point, by the way. This scales again with action surge.
Yes, it does. Fighters get a big boost at 17th level when they get their second action surge. Like, you still can't do 2 action surges on the same turn, because that would be a brutal turn, but you do get 2 per short rest, which is fucking sweet.
Yeah. Let's get right. That's more indomitable. Battlemaster just gets more superiority die. Which, honestly, the more I look at the Battlemaster, the less impressed I am by it.
This is the thing, the Battlemaster gets really good really early on and then kind of plateaus.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool with the maneuvers and the way you can switch it out and the sheer variety of customization you can get. It's really good for that. But it stops being interesting, realistically, after 5th level.
Yeah. The Cavalier basically gets a legendary reaction. Or it basically gets a legendary action.
The Cavalier is really good. It has some features that are really good and some features that you just like, okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's wild. In combat, you get a special reaction you can take once on every creature's turn, except your turn. You only use it to make an opportunity attack. Can't use it on the same turn that you take your normal reaction. But, like, you can use it on every creature's turn.
Yeah, there is...
You can make an opportunity attack on every creature's turn.
I can only think of one monster that can do that, and it's fucking terrifying. I did see a thing where a wizard went, hey, I can use, like, true polymorph to turn myself into this Marilith, which can make a reaction on every turn. I'm a Marilith with spellcasting. I could do counterspell on every turn.
That's incredible.
That's a 20th level build, but, like, Jesus!
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I'm like, 18th level Cavalier, especially if you had... Imagine that with fucking Polearm Master and...
Yes. Well, it's got a built-in thing like Sentinel.
Does it?
It does.
God. Fuck. Okay, maybe I need to become a horse boy.
Well, you'd have to be a paladin now, because apparently that's what paladins are about.
Horse boys. Oh yeah. Well, you know what, Jay? If you ever run a game that's 2024 rules, I promise to do a paladin fighter multiclass, cavalier fighter, whatever the fuck paladin, and you know what else I promise you?
You'll play a centaur?
I promise you I will be tiny, and my mount will be tiny.
No, your mount has to be at least small. Like, if you're going to be tiny, you got to ride like a dog or something.
Ambrosius!
To battle!
I'm so here for this. I will do it. Absolutely.
Tiny cavalier.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we need more small player races. I love my small boys.
Yeah.
Play a halfling or a kobold or a goblin any fucking day. That's why I like being rambling Kevin.
Good. At champion just gets health at the start of every turn.
Yeah, champion gets a really champion just stops dying. Like its capstone feature is This is the thing. The champion was never.
Say you don't gain this. Champion does say you don't gain this benefit if you have 0 hit points.
Yeah. But it becomes a hell of a lot harder to kill.
Because obviously then you would actually never die.
Yeah. The thing with champion is champion was never bad.
Yeah.
It was just never interesting.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. System. Welcome to the chat. We are very close to the end of the stream. We've been doing some D&D homebrewing.
Indeed. You've caught us literally a minute before we normally finish.
Yeah, we're going to go a little bit over
trying to come
today.
Up with an 8... Yeah, trying to come up with an 18th level ability for our support fighter, who is currently a zoomy battlefield medic. Jay.
Yep.
I have an idea.
Do you? Because I don't.
So, zoomy battlefield medic.
Yep.
How about think of a Chardalon's stride.
Uh-huh.
But it heals your allies as you run past them.
Okay. Okay.
That's a thought. That's literally zoomy battlefield medic.
I don't like it.
No? Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I think that's a really good one. I like the idea, however, of being able to give your party boosts. Like, give them all a bunch of shit at once. Like, when we're hitting people, we hit someone, we can give them temporary hit points. We hit people, we can give them AC boosts. I want to be able to give them some kind of, big... I want to be able to... Because this is the thing, is trying to keep up, damage-wise or healing-wise, with the casters at this point is a lost cause.
Yeah, oh no, it's never going to happen.
So what I want to do is try and give... You are charging through the battlefield and you're giving your party some kind of heroic boon.
I mean...
Just by your sheer force of presence.
I don't know, because I feel like... Because everything we've done so far already scales so well with everything that the fighter already does.
Yeah.
So it just keeps improving with the shit we've given it. You can choose to use your attacks to either hit someone or heal. You've got 2 action surges at this point. So essentially, you can hit and heal 6 times a turn twice.
Tell you what.
So
I was gonna say it may not be it may not be the fanciest
burst.
or the most explosive, but remember what we were saying about the Battle Master earlier, where it's like, no, you should just be able to expend a smaller dice, but for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can maybe do
I like that. Yeah, it's like because everything we've done so far started small and has already become massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just give it something that just kind of, rather than making the top higher, make the bottom higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think take everything we've done so far and just give it a little bump. Just a little bump.
Yeah.
To
did we include at 15th level another movement increase?
No, I was going to give the movement increase here.
Okay, that's fair.
Because we've got a 10-foot movement increase at 7th level.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say you gain a number of different benefits. Your movement increases by another 10 feet, which means you're still slower than the monk, but you're still faster than pretty much everyone else.
Yeah, I feel like faster than a barbarian, slower than a monk is a good middle ground here.
Because if you whack mobile on this thing, at 18th level, you have a 60-foot movement speed.
Which is phenomenal.
Which is great. You've doubled your base movement.
Yeah.
Your movement speed increases by another 10 feet. When you use your battlefield medicine feature, you can instead expend 2d8. You can instead roll 2d8 rather than expend dice from your pool. So that's just free 2d8 of healing, whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you would say that once per turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a free heal every turn on top of your dice pool. So
you're just keeping
frees
people
up your resource management a lot.
Yeah, you were just keeping people alive with your sheer force of bloody-minded continuance. I'm up for that.
All the time.
Oh,
there's a point, actually.
Yep.
Since we're running around doing that and hitting, should we not give disengage as a bonus action somewhere in the midst of all this?
Yes, I'll do that at the 15th level. It's not great, but...
Yeah.
Because rogues can do it at 3rd.
No. Yes, but you're also supposed to be able to take more punishment than a rogue.
That's true.
You are, in theory, potentially doing all of this in heavy armor.
That is true.
Yeah, you could be doing all of this with an AC of 25.
Yeah. Speaking of AC... I'm going to change what the AC boost from covering battle is.
Yeah.
So, when you, the amount, sorry, let me just think how to phrase this. When you use your covering battle feature, the target's AC instead increases by I don't want to make it the proficiency bonus because that's actually only an increase of 1 maximum, possibly.
There.
But I also don't want to make it 2 numbers added together because that could be insane.
Yeah. Well, so what's the AC boost based on again? Remind
Constitution modifier. Your Constitution modifier.
Constitution modifier. Okay. Well then...
Fuck it, by a further 2.
The problem with con mod...
Fuck it, by a further 2.
That works.
So basically you're giving them a boost and a shield of faith on top of that.
Yeah.
Which, if you're supporting a up and close kind of but more squishy character, that could make all the difference. Also, I'm going to add one last thing, because fuck it, it's 18th level, we're doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
When you heal a creature with your battlefield medicine, that creature has advantage on their next saving throw.
That's good. I like that.
Because it's the one defensive aspect we haven't touched yet. I'm actually going to expand that with your battlefield medicine feature or your rallying strike feature, because we don't want to leave that behind. The target has advantage on their next saving throw. Nice. So, at 18th level, we've got a whole bunch of shit. Movement increase, free healing, big AC boost, saving throw advantage for your friends. That, I think, is really good support.
I think we may have made a very, very, very dangerous fighter.
Well, this is the thing, is the fighter themselves isn't very dangerous.
Well,
it makes everyone else really dangerous.
Yes.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah, I love it.
I wanted a fighter who could be focused on battle, but not necessarily the damage dealing part of battle. This is a fighter who is a leader. They are the linchpin of a squad.
Yeah. Like this is very much the healer on the very front line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I'm here for this.
This is the guy who steps onto the battlefield and is immediately a rallying standard.
Yeah. Right. Well, that covers that. We did 2 martial subclasses this stream, when normally we just barely succeed in making 1 subclass. Woo! So we were on fire today.
We made a barbarian that punches people and a fighter that heals people. Our first ever fighter.
And that's beautiful. And if you would like access to these, they are all available for free on Jay's Patreon. Jonathan David Honey on Patreon. Join for free, you get access to all the things. If you want to give him money, you get access to some behind the scenes videos, which is great. I'm also in them. But that's the thing. You can also join our Discord to chat shit with us. Links are all in the bio and stuff. All of our videos get uploaded to YouTube. You can find us on social media if you have to. I'm on Instagram at ChrisHoneyActor. This one is I suppose occasionally vaguely on X, but not really. It announces streams on X.
Yeah, that's literally all that happens on my Twitter profile, is the announcements for these streams. That's all I use it for.
Yeah, so don't bother with Twitter. Go and join the Discord.
Yes.
Join the Patreon for free. Enjoy our shit and talk to us. That's the important stuff.
Yeah.
The rest of it, fuck it.
I'm going to be trying to add more stuff to the Patreon soon to try and boost it up. I'll be making sure that all the free stuff is definitely there. Nothing is going to suddenly disappear behind a paywall, but I'm going to probably put more things behind that paywall to make it worth it. More worth it.
Yeah.
I got irons in the fire. I got things in the works, baby. As I always do, apparently.
We have thoughts for things that are going to be like worth paying for.
Yes.
So we're like, we might as well come up with them and put them there, and that'll be nice. Obviously, again, still doing all of the free stuff because we want people to use our shit and to tell us about it.
Anything we build on stream, anything you see us build on stream will be available for free on the Patreon.
Absolutely. And as such, you can also, if you like to test out any of the things that we've made, you can test them out in D&D games run by Jonathan here, who is very talented and very wonderful, and is running games on Start Playing Games.
I am.
The link again is
if you're willing to jump on, this Saturday I am running a one-shot called the Dunedain Dungeon. Was created by the lovely people at D&D Shorts. It's a interesting, fascinating mystery about a desert tomb, but I won't reveal too much. You can go and start playing games right now. You can sign up for it. It's a level 7 D&D 5e one-shot. Come along, have fun, it'll be great.
Absolutely. Otherwise, try not to perceive our faces.
Yeah, we'll be back on Monday. I'm going to try and do something solo on Monday. Which might be me playing games. It might be me working on something. It's probably going to be a fairly chill time.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, we'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3 again this Friday, most likely. As
Yes.
long as Jonathan doesn't kill or cause us to get killed by any more friendly NPCs.
Look! That's just the way the Kevin
Look,
rambles.
nothing!
That's just the way the Kevin rambles.
I don't care. I have never been attacked by Damon before. I don't appreciate my lovely, warm, cuddly, horny boy trying to gut me when I've just met him.
Chris, you
Not
killed Scratch.
okay.
You don't get to talk.
You are a menace. What?
You killed Scratch. You don't get to talk.
That's fair. I did kill Scratch. I'm a monster. Good night, everybody!
Bye!